Well, I think we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but turnovers were the big factor in some of our losses. And last 3 games, we went 11 turnovers, 10 turnovers, and 8 turnovers. So we really improved that part of our game, and our defense has been really solid during this stretch. It's tough to win on the road, and we were able to come out with 2 big road wins these last 2 games on just kind of grinding them out and making plays down the stretch. So it's been nice to see the team. Those are 50-50 games that could go either way, and we were able to make the big plays down the stretch and make free throws. And closing out games it's tough to do, and we were able to get the job done. So it's been fun to watch.
Off to a really good 5-2 start in conference play. You have 2 pretty key early matchups this weekend at the Fieldhouse. What are you expecting out of that matchup with Southeastern first off?
Well, they're all hard. I mean, every team's got good players, and Southeastern's record isn't what they want it to be, but they're in every game, and another good opponent. And they do multiple defenses. They'll run some zone at you, some man-to-man, some full court, and so you got to be ready for different looks. And then obviously we got to continue to take care of the basketball. We got to shoot the ball at home better. And but yeah, we know it's going to be a great matchup, and we got Coach Keys over there, former coach with us for 5 years. It's on their staff, so that'll be a nice reunion with her. And but yeah, we're excited for the matchup.
And then a little bit further down the road, you do have McNeese currently sitting in front of the conference. How much have you looked at them right now, and what are you expecting there?
We haven't looked at them at all, actually. We're focusing on Southeastern right now, but just watching some clips of highlights and stuff. It's the same. It's basically Southeastern's team from last year minus 1 player, so we kind of know what to expect there. They're a great defensive team, and really put a lot of pressure on you, and they got capable shooters as well. Really good offensive players, so we know both games are going to be highly contested and probably come down to a couple of possessions.
Can you talk about what's changed for Southeastern? Obviously, you kind of detailed it a little bit there, but from this year, last year, first in the conference, they went through that coaching change and lost some players. So, I mean, how different are they as a team?
They're totally different. They only have 1 player back from last year, and kind of a role player. But we know Coach Dow. He was at Incarnate Word, and he's now the coach at Southeastern. So we kind of look more at, from last year. We'll look at some of the stuff we did against Incarnate Word last year. He runs the same system, so we do have some familiarity with it. But yeah, it's same system, different state, different city, but same coach. So we'll prepare for that.
And then July Ingram, obviously, Southland Conference Player of the Week. It seems like she's just getting more comfortable as the weeks go on, just playing in your system and playing with her teammates. What did you see from her particularly last week?
She's just really aggressive last week. Got the foul line 24 times in 2 games and made 22 of them. I believe in the game against East Texas A&M, they had 16 fouls against us, and she drew 12 of them. So that just shows how aggressive she's been. But she's healthy and been playing her best basketball. And it's we've really struggled to have a closer type. We had Kate Hacker out last year, but to have somebody that can close out games, make plays, and she's really provided that spark for us that we've needed. And we can ISO her at the end of the games and let her go one-on-one, and she's either going to get fouled or she gets to the basket or hits her pull-up. So it's been fun to watch her go to work. I think after last game, if you look at conference-only stats, she's the leading scorer in the league now at 19 points a game, and that's a game when she had 1 game where she only played 55 seconds, and that counted as a full game. The game she got hurt, and she's still leading the conference in scoring. So we're really excited about. We're halfway through the season, and we're really excited about this second half of the season and what Bunny can do, and our team as a whole continuing to grow.
Where do you feel like things are at in terms of team chemistry with that starting lineup?
Yeah, if you look at it over the 16 games, I think we've played 3 games with all our starters. So what it has allowed us to do is develop some younger talent: Jaslyn Dieter, Elise Horn, and Riley Whitehair. Those post players that when Charlotte was out for 6 games, they got a real taste of conference play. They got to play a lot of minutes, and we saw some good things from those freshmen. And Chaslin is still a double-figure scorer in the league in conference only. Riley had 2 double-doubles when Charlotte was gone, and Elise had a huge game at SFA, and so they've all done some quality things. And now we're just looking to get consistency out of those freshmen, which is always hard to do, but they've all shown that they can play at this level. And so to answer your question, I think developing depth for the rest of the year has been key. When Charlotte was gone and Bunny was out for a few games, so hopefully now we can all stick together. The chemistry's good. We have some players playing different roles than they did last year. Gianna's coming off the bench now and trying to get back to full strength, and Kayla's coming off the bench, and so they've accepted their roles. And Ivy's now coming off the bench and really played a lot better as kind of our sixth man. So we talk about at the beginning of the year, but roles are going to change throughout the year, and everybody's got to be ready to go. It's why we don't play with the male practice squad. It's been a pet peeve of mine forever. We don't like people standing around in practice, and we want to make sure all 14 of our, or I guess 13 now, of our players get every action as the starters do, because when your number's called, you got to be ready to go, and that's been our philosophy, and I think it's helped us through the years.
Can you talk a little bit about Ivy Brown and what she brings to the team?
Yeah, she's very athletic, and she's a great rebounder. She can attack the basket. She actually shot 6 threes last game, which was we've been begging her to shoot the three. She hit 2 of them. She's a really good shooter, but I think she's kind of a hybrid. She can play the 2, the 3, or the 4 inside as well. And so she's brought us some versatility into our lineup, and I think she's getting more comfortable being a first-year player. From a junior college, it's a little bit different than junior college, and she's taken her some time, but I think she's gotten better and better as the season's gone on. And we saw flashes of it this summer, how talented she was, and then games started, and it took her a while to get going, but I really think she's going to be the key down the stretch here, besides Bunny and Charlotte and those guys. But I think she's one of the most important players because of her versatility and what she brings to our team. She's got great feel with her teammates, and I think her teammates are now really trusting her with the basketball, and she's a great passer as well. She's in the top 20 in the league in assists, and as a forward, that's pretty remarkable. So I think that her total game is gotten much better, and I think her teammates are relying on her to make plays now, and I think she's going to have her best basketball toward the end of this season. We saw her play at the National Junior College Tournament, and that's the first time we saw her was last April, and it was a quick, she had 4 or 5 visits, and Coach Jackson, one that found her at the National Tournament, and we were able to get her here on campus, and I think she fell in love with the campus. We took her to the beach, of course, South Padre, and that's always a good hook, line, and sinker. But yeah, she felt comfortable with the staff and the players, and we're just real fortunate to have her.
You guys are going on a 3-game win streak. What is the key to make it forward?
Well, I'll tell you what, we got to continue to take care of the basketball, and we've done that the last 3 games. We got to do that this game. When we give ourselves more, we haven't really shot the ball very well this year. It's still dumbfounding to me, but we're hanging around 36%, and we need to be around close to 50%. But if you don't turn the ball over like we were in some of those earlier conference games, 20 turnovers, 19 turnovers, those are 10 more shots you don't get. And when you're not shooting it great, you got to make sure you get those possessions. And if we continue to take care of the basketball, I think we'll have a chance to be competitive in both these games. We are the number 1 rebounding team in the league. I think that's really helped us too. Extra possessions that way on the offensive end, and then limiting teams to 1 shot is I think we have a 2 rebound per game average lead over the next closest rebounding team. So we're doing a great job on the backboards. We got to keep that going as well. And we're number 1 in the league in free throw shooting. So you combine rebounding, not turning the ball over, and you make your free throws. That's how we've been able to win these games.